What's good, superstars? Back with another Pokemon Pocket video. You got Superstar Joe. You got Superstar Rob in the building. How's it going, Rob?
Pretty good, you?
Oh, man. Back with some Pokemon content. We've been waiting for that for such a long time. I mean, we've been busy with some other digital collecting platforms that have been going off lately, but we're back because there's some news in the Pokemon Pocket world. Guys, you can also become a superstar. Hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell notification so you know whenever we post some spicy content. You can also become a superstar VIP $2.99 a month. Hit the join button. Get one of these stars next game. Level up through the stars. Flex on them in the chat. Let us know when you're a super duper rare. You get a hat in the mail. Let us know your address, where you want us to send it. You can also follow us next. Follow us on Instagram. Join the Discord. We have a Pokemon TCG chat. You can show your best decks. You can show your polls. You can talk about everything you want to see come to the platform. Any ideas for videos you want us to talk about, cover. Maybe we'll start doing some live stream battles at some point. If that's something you guys are interested in watching. But today, the big news is about trading. Rob, how's it going?
It's going great. I mean, trading is something that we've been waiting for a while on this platform because obviously you got to collect them all. So with trading, it helps you do that. Now, we didn't really know exactly how the trading was going to come about. We have experience knowing that when you allow transfers, you may have, some off-app deals. With that being said, I think Pokemon's put in some restrictions to try to keep those chase items valuable. So why don't we go over their announcement first, and then we'll get into it.
Yeah, exactly. So I did tweet it out on X today once I saw the post from Pokemon TCG Pocket. Basically said Pokemon Pocket not worried about off-app deals. They put measures in place to eliminate this. All digital collecting platforms need some version of trading. I agree with this. I think one of the best, before we get into the Pokemon Pocket post, I think one of the best platforms that does trading right now, though it's not all the time, is Disney Pinnacle. They do allow basically any type of trade. 2-for-1s, 3-for-1s. They let you look at what people's duplicates are. They have all these different things in place. So I think they do a great job with that. Only thing with them is that it's at limited times, but it's not the end of the world. They do them pretty often. And I think they have a good handle on it. And it's what makes the engagement on that platform so much fun. You're talking to other collectors who are collecting something that you love to collect, and you're completing sets, you're getting things done. So the fact that Pokemon Pocket obviously in line with the trading card game is allowing trading. I mean, it's in the name of the game, Pokemon TCG trading card game. You have to have some kind of trading, and we're getting there. So I can read the release here. This is from their Twitter. Pokemon TCG Pocket says, hello, here's a statement from the Pokemon TCG Pocket team highlighting the details of the upcoming trade feature and new content coming to the game. And basically says the team plans to diligently assess how trading will impact the player experience and the game once it's available. So they're going to be looking at this as time progresses, as it's implemented. But their official release says, to all of you playing Pokemon TCG, greetings from the Pokemon TCG Pocket team. Thank you for having fun with us, opening packs, collecting cards, blah, blah, blah. Today, we want to provide you more details on the new trade feature coming your way this month. So still planned for January. It's coming in the next 2 weeks here. Here are a few highlights to look forward to. Trades can be done between friends. So you have to be a friend with the person you're trading with. Makes sense to me. Trades can be done with cards of the same rarity. So sounds like if you're trading a 1 diamond, it's got to be for a 1 diamond. Not sure on the number, if it's 1-for-1, if it could be 2-for-1, how that works. I would assume it's equal in number. At the time of the trade's feature launch, certain cards from Genetic Apex and Mythical Island booster packs will be available to be traded. We are planning on continuing to expand the selection of booster packs that you can trade from. So from that, I get that if there's future packs that come out at the end of the month, they will not be available for trade. Only the first 2 packs for now, which is the Genetic Apex and the Mythical Island. But eventually, over time, they will allow future additions to be traded. Cards with a rarity of 1 diamond to 4 diamonds and 1 star can be traded. That, to me, no 2 stars, no 3 stars, no crowns. Allowing, like Rob said, there to be some chase items still in these packs, incentivizing people to still go for packs. Obviously, they don't want to cut off their main money makers. And items must be consumed in order to trade. I'm assuming that might be the Stardust, but I don't think that they haven't clarified it yet. What do you think that is, Rob? Or do you think they're going to come up with something completely new for trading?
No, I actually think the Stardust makes a lot of sense, right? We're getting all this stuff. We don't know what to do with it. They got to make it somewhat limiting. They can't just allow everyone to go wild. They got to make you burn something. It reminds me of Pokemon Go too. You can't just do trades. You got to burn. I think in that case, it's the Stardust, right? Yeah. So there's always something limiting you that creates some scarcity, so you just can't go completely wild and just abuse it. I think the 1 stars, like if you take a look at the 1 stars here, they're not bad. You can see there's some very nice cover art. So here's an example of 1 stars right now that you're able to trade. Like there's some decent ones here. Like, we've all been hit with that meteor, that Draco meteor, right?
Yeah.
So you could trade these. Like, oh, this
There's
I
no
don't have this
EXs.
That's a nice one.
That's the thing. There's no EXs, but it is like if you're a set completionist, and it just became a little bit easier to get. And when you play with some of these fun arts, it's a lot more fun. But yeah, I didn't think any of the 1 stars or any stars would be available for this. So this is something surprising to me that even the single stars are being incorporated here.
Well, even the 4 stars are really good. Like we've all played against that, battle against these decks. Like these are 4 stars. Like they're very good cards that you can now trade
diamonds,
for,
yeah.
Right. So it's legit. Like what they are allowing is totally legit. Like look, even the Celebi, which has been
I've been chasing a second Arcanine to make that deck for the longest time here. I finally ended up getting it today. I had to open up. I think you get 5 per pack. I was at like 420 pack points, so I opened up over 80 packs to get the Arcanine from the Pikachu decks. So I mean that now, if you have 3 of them and you're looking for Executor EX, we can just do that quick trade. Obviously, these are 2 stars, so these are not part of it. But you know what I mean? Like I would have saved a lot of time and effort doing that.
And those are good cards that we're all looking for to help complete our battle decks. But these are these ones here, like you can still complete your battle deck. You don't need to go get a 2-star. Like this is just a rare version. It's not necessary. They're great, but they're not necessary. So yeah, you can't trade for those. Go open up decks. I think it's a great compromise. Go to the 3 stars here. Same thing, right? It's more of the same, just even rarer cover art versions.
You're right. So you basically can complete the sets 100% without the 2 stars, 3 stars, or crowns, because you don't need them to complete the set in terms of like that first 286 or 68 cards, the diamond version. Very, very doable now, and a lot more fun, engaging, getting to know people. I think it's going to be great. I'm so excited.
Yeah, and I think eventually a black market, on eBay or something is going to come from this. And I wouldn't be surprised if, there's communities that form locally where people might meet up to do, deals. And it may be just a trade, right? There might be communities set up that are just people are happy doing a trade. But then someone might come and be like, look, give me X amount of dollars and I'll do this trade for you digitally. I can see some kind of market coming. I don't believe it's Pokemon TCG Pocket's responsibility to stop that. I think for them blocking some of the most rare cards, I think it's reasonable. Like, I don't even think that many people are going to go that into it to the point where they're going to trade for a 1-star with money. Is it possible? Yes. Is it going to be the most likely common way of doing things? Probably not. So when you look at how as digital collecting expands and how people may or how companies may limit the amount of, I guess, off-app transactions that may happen with these things, maybe this is a good example of what others can follow, which is put some restrictions on exactly the rarities that can trade. Now, this is still premature. They can always make edits to this. This is the first time trading is coming out right now for Pokemon TCG Pocket. So we see a version of it. Maybe as time passes and things get rolling, they may make some modifications to this. But I think to start, I would rather this with some restrictions on the most rare things, even though pretty much every card you ever need with the EXs are available. I'd rather this than just no trading at all, for sure.
I think what we're going to see here is you're going to be stretched thin on Stardust to trade for a 4-star or 4 diamond. I think the fact that it costs 500 pack points already to get one of those in when you go buy a single card or whatever, that's heavy. That's like 100 packs. So they got to kind of equate that when they're thinking about how much Stardust to make you use or whatever the item is that you got to use to make those types of trades. So yeah, I do think that there's going to be eBay marketplace because people's Stardust is going to be limited. They're going to say, listen, don't trade it with those guys, trade it with me. I'll and use your Stardust with me. I'll incentivize you this way and that way. So I think you're right. I think there is going to be that black market for this because people will say, well, who cares? They're going to trade for star, but somebody's going to really want certain things. And maybe it'll be one that people really enjoy the artwork of. And sure, you might land a 1-star, but you might not get that Pidgeot. You might not get that Ditto that people are after. You know how people in collecting are. There's certain cards that people just go after, regardless of how rare it is. I mean, people were telling like Charizard first edition wasn't the rarest card in the entire deck, but it's one of the most expensive because people like that card. So the demand for that card was more. And I'm sure that will happen depending on abilities here, because obviously people with the digital version are playing the actual game. They're enjoying the actual game. Physical cards, I know a lot of people who collected them never actually even played the game. So a little bit of a different situation here. So if there is an OP card with a 4-star EX or whatever, 4 diamond EX, there might be that demand for those types of trades. And maybe it won't be a one-sided trade because of the abilities might be better on the other EXs than the one that you're trying to trade away. So people say like, listen, I'll trade you this EX. It's not as good, plus $100, and you'll give me that EX. I can see it happening. And I love that they're doing it. I love that they're not scared of it. And it proves that any digital collecting platform, be it NFT, non-NFT, walled garden, non-walled garden, can adopt some kind of strategy like this because the kings of trading are doing it and they're showing that they're not scared and they know that it's possible. So, I mean, another proof of concept from Pokemon TCG. That's why we cover them on this channel, despite being highly into Web3 and all that stuff, because we know that what they're doing here, they're proving digital collecting is important. And now they're showing that you can do trading.
Well, let's not forget, there's also a model on Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go has shown up for a long time where if you don't have the card, the amount of Stardust you're going to need is way more than if you already did have the card. So there's all these things in play that if you really, really want it, you're going to have to go for it and burn something to make it happen. So I like what you're saying, though, in terms of NFTs as well, right? This is a non-NFT platform, but there's still money involved. People are paying monthly subscriptions in order to get more opportunities to open packs. Yeah. So if people are paying money to do that, they're most likely at some point willing to pay money as well to complete their sets. I still haven't completed any of the sets. I'm close, missing one card in some cases, and I'm chasing that card down. But I can just make a trade and complete that way easier if I can find somebody else who has that. So I hope to see more trading, of course, around the space. But I think Pokemon TCG rolling this out is a really, really good sign, and it can be used as a model going forward. So you guys can let us know in the comments below. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that that Pokemon TCG is doing this right? Do you like their approach on how they're limiting it to only the 1-star rarity? Do you think they should open up the whole thing? Do you think they should have certain restrictions in order to make it more fair? Let us know in the comments below. And if you haven't already, don't forget, become a superstar, smash subscribe button, and join the Superstar fam, and hit the bell notification button so you get our videos a couple times a week. And also, thank you to our VIPs. We are absolutely behind on the giveaways, our monthly giveaways. We still got to do giveaways for November and December. We got to get that done. But they are coming. And again, super duper rares. If you are a super duper rare, you can message us on the side and we'll get you the super duper rare hat. And you let me know, because sometimes it's hard for sure. We sent out so many of them. I haven't recorded. I don't have the paper in front of me, but we sent out so many of these hats by now. Well over, I would say we've hit at over 20 at this point. Yeah. I'm guessing. Okay, something in that
These
range.
Are crown rare hats.
These are crowns. These are crowns. So there's only very few of them in existence. So if you do hit that 2-year mark, let us know. We'll send it over. Guys, thank you so much. Everybody, take care. Have a wonderful weekend. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.